Why do you think these things happen? They seem to happen so frequently when you have a big, major event in your life, a major good thing. There's a major bad thing that you didn't expect. Does that make any sense? Does that really happen? Or just sometimes? Or is it a coincidence?
You're talking about why does karma happen? What is all this is in the field of karma.
I know we can't really understand karma, but we have this huge event now. The fair that's going to go for 2 months. It's a huge thing for us. It's the biggest opportunity for what I do ever, I think. And then we have the 3 cats just sick.
You don't like, or you haven't liked, considering that we're here to learn and we're tested and all that. That's the way I see it, especially in this kind of situation.
But what kind of test is this?
Patience and with ourselves and with the world and non-attachment but still love and as the pundit would say, and he has said recently when I told him that things aren't all that great, that everything works out as God has designed it.
Yeah, but if you keep thinking that way, then what the heck? You don't even want to do anything else, because if it's already as God designed, so why are we here fighting for things so badly?
To learn how to deal with God's design and to realize that and to discover over time that there are bigger things in play than we are experiencing.
But that's the only thing we can have access to. It's what we're experiencing now. We don't have access to the bigger things. We don't know the bigger things. We're not that evolved spiritually.
So the answer to that is to get more evolved spiritually. What other alternative is there?
Through the small little things we're facing now.
Through everything. Through our moving on the battlefield of karma, Arjuna, and through gaining spiritual knowledge and experience through the divine, Krishna. The ultimate, I'm no Gita expert, but to oversimplify the lessons of the Gita is that Arjuna was at a complete loss because he was in a situation where he had to kill. Not only that, in the path of being righteous, fighting for righteousness, he had to kill, which he found to be abhorrent, and he had to kill family members because they were against the path of righteousness.
Sounds like the Jehovah's Witnesses to me.
I don't know enough about them, but anyway,
if they have family that's not Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't.
No. It wasn't about who believed and who wouldn't believe. It was.
I know.
But the point is that he was at a complete loss, deeply emotional, psychological, intellectual. Everything was suspended in him. He was experiencing what has been later referred to in other traditions as the dark night of the soul. And at that moment, when he felt complete loss, was when the divine presented itself and taught him to go beyond all of the loss, not just intellectually, but through experience.
I understand that we are here to experience a lot of stuff, and loss is a big one of them. Because we need to learn not to be attached.
Yeah, and the learning is not so much about the intellectual, okay, I'm choosing not to be attached. Because you could basically say, after not eating for 3 days, I'm not hungry. Well, is that true? That's not that. You can't basically adopt a philosophy of non-attachment. People try, but that's not the way you become non-attached.
I know, I know, but I'm just wondering about this phenomena that when you get the biggest breaks in your life, the good things,
Yeah, right.
then it feels like there's gotta be a very bad thing happening too at the same time. Is it because of the negative and positive trying to both having to exist, and one, I don't know, one trying to
Well,
negate or
no,
the other, or trying to whatever.
yeah, well, it probably can be in some cases, but as people have said to me when they've looked at my chart over the years, I have a lot of loss in my chart and a lot of gain. Does that mean that one brings the other? No, not necessarily. I mean, it could be argued. It could be argued that, well, you have to make room for the gain by losing something. I don't particularly buy that.
Me neither.
I mean, I think that there are some karmic situations where that's true, but I don't believe it's a one-to-one relationship, and I don't believe it's an absolute.
But why does this happen at the same time? I can take the bad stuff, I can take the good stuff, but you put them together, oh my God.
It's really hard. It's incredibly hard. We're going to be, this is getting a little philosophical what I'm about to say, but, one of the things that is characteristic of enlightenment is the coexistence of opposites. Now, with that said, I'm not saying this is the same thing. I'm saying it's a parallel. We're going to be there these weekends having very, very wonderful experience.
And we have cats at home, they're dying.
And simultaneously we're in mourning.
And there's nothing we can do.
What we can do is to stay strong and to keep perspective. We are not ignoring one for the other. We are not ignoring our mourning and what is coming. And we're also not ignoring the joy of the moment as well.
This is insane.
It's really hard.
It's insane. I need to be there my best. I've been doing, the readings with the bones. They're not as easy as the other stuff. It's very spiritual. It's very...
No midnight, nighttime, bedtimes. None. We're bad with this. We've gotten bad over the past month with this.
Yeah, because we're going to have to wake up early.